Hey, welcome back to sunny Arizona, and I do mean sunny this time. If you guys caught last week's live, I did have to do it inside because, which is atypical for me, my experience here in Arizona. It was cold, it was raining, and it was dark. So I did have to do that one inside, so I'm very happy to be out here again in the sunshine. Thank you all for joining me. This is Wednesday, March 2nd. This is Itching for Some Stitches Weekly Live. I am Raylyn from Itching for Some Stitching, and I'm super excited about today because today I have my very first guest appearance today, who is going to be taking over the later half of this live, which is the tips, tutorials, and more section, is Kay of Kay Fey Crochet, and she's going to be teaching us how to do the herringbone half double crochet. So super excited about that. So let me just go ahead and get started. As per usual, I do usually talk a little bit about personal stuff at the beginning, just tell you what I've been doing over the last week. And I have to tell you a big thanks to my family because they have taken a back door because I have been preparing all week for my very first big event of 2022. It is the Spring Style Blog Hop, and it kicked off yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and just go straight into my events and promos, which is obviously the Spring Style Blog Hop that I was just talking about. And if you guys haven't been in a blog hop before, or you've never been in one of my blog hops, let me tell you about how this one works. So this is the Spring Style Blog Hop. It is 33 patterns, all for spring inspired, all gorgeous, perfect patterns for spring. You will get one PDF pattern each day for 33 days. Again, it did kick off yesterday. Each pattern is available for 24 hours, so you do have to work quickly. Now, you guys, these patterns are brand new. These are not old patterns that we are resharing. You got down day 2. That's great. Fabulous. I was just about to share that here in a second. It's a great pattern. Actually, one of my favorites. So all the patterns, like I said, are brand new, and we are super lucky because this event was sponsored by We Crochet, and that means that they did supply most of the yarn to all of our designers. Some of the designers had their own, but for the most part, almost all of the yarn that came for this event did come from We Crochet. They're also donating our giveaway prize, so at the end of the blog hop, so that's 33 days, it's April 2nd, we will give away 5 winners. Will get a copy of the Spring Style pattern bundle. It includes all 33 patterns that were in the blog hop, and then 1 winner gets the premium winding station kit that comes from We Crochet. They donated it, and I think it's worth like $135 or something like that. So it's a really super great prize. You can find out all about it on my website. Everything that I tell you about today, all the events, promos, everything, I will put links into the description once this goes out on Instagram, which you will also then, I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but I have started putting the reruns up on YouTube. So if people do miss it here or they miss it on my grid, they can find it on YouTube as well. Now hang on, somebody's asking me something here. I gotta take a look. You got 1 and 2 and you're in the queue. Oh, you're quite welcome. I'm so glad. I hope you're enjoying the patterns, and we have a lot more to come. Okay, so for today's pattern, which I'm pleased to see that people are already downloading it, we have the Misty Days sweater. This is by Sunflower Cottage Crochet. It is available to download for free until 11:59 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time tonight, so please make sure you grab it. And the cool thing about this actually is that Helen, who is the face behind Sunflower Cottage Crochet, is actually part of the next event that I want to tell you about. So I'm co-hosting with Sarah of Net and Mimi and Hannah of Hand Gem Crochet, the Spring Style Blog Hop, but I'm also currently involved in the Bouquet of Flowers cowl. Okay, and that's this gorgeous blanket right here. Each one of us designers have created a different flower square that was then put together. And Helen, the wonderful lady that designed this gorgeous pattern right here, is actually your host of this amazing event, okay? So again, I will put the links to the event in there, but you can go, it's 3 times a week. She's releasing one of our squares that you can go and download for free, similar to the way that my blog hop works. I'm curious, you guys, those who have been following around, anybody know which square is mine? Just curious. It is very pretty, actually, you know, and a part of it kind of got cut off a little bit here on the edges for this photo. It was just too big. But I have to tell you, I think this blanket turned out way more beautifully than I ever expected it to. I was really worried about my square because this is my square, by the way. This is my flower right here. I have never participated in this one before, so when she asked me to do this, I had no idea what kind of flower to create. I didn't know what any of the flowers would look like, so I didn't know if mine would fit in very well, but I actually think it turned out quite nice, and I think that the whole pattern really coordinated together well as a blanket. But anyways, there is a second square out today. Again, the link will be in my description, so you can go there, grab your second pattern today, and I believe there's going to be one more released later this week. So that is the Bouquet of Flowers cowl, and those are the two things that I have going on right now. So now I'm just going to kind of segue into my works in progress, and I'm going to be honest, because I was really working hard. Thank you very much, Kay, I appreciate that. So because I was working really hard to launch the Spring Style blog hop, I didn't do a ton of work on my works in progress. But I will show you what I have. My summer shawl, my summer asymmetrical shawl, looks pretty much like it did last time. I don't think I've made much progress. And hold on, and I'm actually undoing it as I hold this up. Hold on here. This yarn is really very delicate, so hang on here. There we go. So hopefully you guys can see all of that. This is my asymmetrical shawl for summer. And I'm going to be quite honest with you, I didn't do any work on this because I want to do a video. I want to show you guys how to do these cool little tornado-like stitches. These are the bead stitch, and I wanted to do a cool little video of me crocheting this together, and I haven't had a chance to do it. I've been so swamped that by the time I get around to making that video, it is dark out, which means I would have to do it inside, and the lighting is not great there. So a little bit on hold, but I promise you I will get to that video. It's on my to-do list today. Okay, it's been on my to-do list for a while, but I promise I'm gonna get to it so I can make some progress on this for you. I do actually, hold on, I dropped my yarn. I do actually hope to have it done by next week so you can at least see the finished project. All right, my second summer project, and I know it doesn't look like I've made progress because it's all just blue, but I seriously have. This has really come a long way. And gosh, I hold this up and it looks ginormous to me, okay, but it's actually pretty small. This is going to be the front panel of that baseball tee that I've been telling you about, where I plant, and of course, I'm making this one for me, all right? And I'm larger than my daughters, who are my typical models. They are extra smalls. So this one's taking me much more work. But I'm almost to the point where, like, I don't even know if you can see this. I'm almost to the point where once I kind of get to about this point, I'm gonna start adding in the white and adding in that V-neck. So I'm really, really close to that part of this pattern. And then of course I'll do the back and the sleeves and all that, but I really am making progress on this. And this so far is being done in the star stitch, which I am loving, by the way. It is the first time that I've used the star stitch, and I am hoping to do a tutorial for you on it probably within the next few weeks, okay? So this is my baseball tee. Slow progress, but it is getting there. All right, so those are the ones I'm working on right now. I did share with you last week that I would be starting a fall project. I believe I did show you my yarn for that. Again, I've been preparing for the blog hop, so I'm so sorry, haven't got to it yet, but I do hope to be able to have at least a sample next week to show for you that I am starting on my fall projects. So we have now moved into my favorite part, especially today. It's my favorite part because I get to sit back and just watch the next tutorial, and I'm super excited about it because Kay is going to join us now, and she is going to show us how to do the herringbone half double crochet. Okay, so Kay, I know you're there. I saw you, so I think on your end there's a little button that you have to push. Oh, there it is. She knows how to do this. She's savvy. All right. She should pop on here any second. Hopefully, if I did this right. I am not tech savvy.
Can you see me?
Hi, Kay. I can hear you. Can everybody hear Kay?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I wanted to let somebody know if they could hear you. Can anybody else hear her other than me?
Well, I think if you can hear me, I'm sure everyone
then
can.
Then they can hear you too. I don't know, because the only time this ever happened to me before, do you remember when I was doing my 30 days and that person jumped on it? I had no idea what I was doing, and she was like at the bottom of my whole thing, and I'm just, okay, what do? I just keep talking.
Yeah, I don't think she realized that she was in it, and then she didn't exit out either, so it was like,
so the exit's on your end as well, right?
Pardon?
So the exit's on your end as well, right? Because I couldn't turn her off. Like on my side, there's no way for me to like turn you off.
Oh, I don't even see that. I just see, like, I can mute myself, I can turn off my camera, I can switch, and then I can do effects. I don't know. Well, we'll figure that out when it's
That's
time
right.
for
Well, you're
to
with me to the end then. All right. So first of all, this is Kay of Kay Fey Crochet. And we are so glad to have you today. I wanted to do a little bit of Q&A so people could kind of get to know you a little bit better, and then we can kind of move into the tutorial part. How does that sound?
That would be great. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so I did write my questions down because unfortunately my mind is not a steel trap, but hopefully I'm going to try to remember what they were. Okay, so first, number one, I want to know a little bit about how you started your crochet journey. Like what got you started, who taught you how to crochet, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so I started, my grandma taught me when I was 8 years old, but at school, so I was like grade 2, and at school, we also had a teacher who started a crochet club. So I would like go to my grandma's house and she would teach me, and then I would go to the crochet club at school and I would, show them what I learned. So I went back and forth. But for me, I'm left-handed, and both of my teachers were right-handed. So the good thing about crochet that I never figured out with knitting is that I never looked over their shoulder because it would be opposite. But if I faced them, then for me, it would look like it was going the opposite direction. So that was actually how I learned. I watched
That's actually a really amazing tip. And I'm sorry, I know I'm interjecting, but
no, that's okay.
My grandmother, she actually didn't teach me to crochet. I didn't know for years later that my grandmother knew how to crochet, but my aunt is left-handed, and she had, when my aunt was young, of course, I probably was not born at the time, she had tried to teach my aunt how to crochet, and my grandmother's right-handed, my aunt was left-handed, and my aunt could never get it down, and, they just didn't know. I mean, essentially, it's just a mirror image. So perhaps I think what she had done is looked over the shoulder, just like you had said, where that just doesn't work for you. So that's a really great tip, because I have a lot of crocheters who are left-handed who do come to me and say, do you have any left-handed tutorials? And I'm like, I'm a righty. I wish I could. So I am trying to figure out how to maybe like flip my videos so that they're left-handed for people. But you're a great resource for people out there who are left-handed.
Yeah, I've been doing some tutorials as well. So I have like some videos on my page and they're all left-handed. But this was before YouTube too, when I learned. So it's not like those tutorials were readily available for me. So I had to figure out how I was going to do it by myself, right?
Yeah, that's absolutely amazing. I love that. And that actually kind of goes into a little bit about what I want to ask you about next is like, what is your crochet business about? Because you're talking about you have YouTube tutorials, things like that. So, are you a designer? Do you sell products? What do you do?
Yeah, so I do both. Like I do have a design that I have one design. I'm working on my second design. I do have my first design here. This is my crochet ridged headband.
Okay, I'm gonna lean in here so I can see it. Sorry, I have very old eyes. Oh, that's beautiful, Kay. I love it.
Thank you. Yeah, so, and I do sell finished products on my Etsy as well, but I have this available, the pattern that people can purchase. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to start designing more like crochet wear. But then for some reason, I had this image in my mind of amigurumi. And I just saw the head.
Oh, I'm sorry. Back up. Say that again. I have old ears too.
The amigurumi, like those crochet.
Oh,
toys.
amigurumi. I cannot say that word to save my life. Amigurumi. I don't know.
Yeah, it's amigurumi.
But I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay. So, but I had the idea of the head in my head, but not the body. So now I have this. This is a walrus.
Oh, he's so cute. I love that.
So he's a little bit misshapen right now because he was on my desk. But so I got the head. I did everything with him, and then I got to the body, and I had no idea. Like it just wasn't coming. So he sits on my shelf, and I dream about his body, and I try to think about putting it together, but so far I haven't. So I have my one design out, and I'm still kind of thinking about the crochet toy. So we'll see.
Well, it's super cute. You're doing fabulous so far. So that's really great. So how can people find out more about you? Where can they go to get the patterns that you're coming up with? Because they are super cute. Where can they get your products? Things like that.
Yeah, so you can go to my Etsy shop. So it's kayfeycrochet.etsy.com. Or you can go to my my Instagram page. I do have a link in my bio, and you can click there and find my Etsy shop. So yeah, you can. That's where you can find more about me.
So at the end of this, when we're done, will you PM me those, and I'll go ahead and put them in the description when I get this posted, okay?
Oh,
so that way everybody will know how to find you.
That'll be great. Yeah, I'll definitely send that to you. And I do take custom orders. I have a few going on right now, but I do take those as well. If there's something that, you know, people see a finished product and they want that, or they want something different, then you can just message me, and I'll, you know, I usually work with people really well and find something that they'll like.
That's perfect. I'm sure that you're very easy to work with, I can tell. So yeah, I think that people are going to love that. So I have another question before we go on to the tutorial. Do you have like a favorite pattern or a favorite stitch or a favorite stitch pattern? And I'm curious if it's the one you're sharing with us today.
I would say yes. So herringbone half double crochet is definitely one of my favorite stitches. I would say that's one that I love to use for headbands, for winter headbands. I just love, it's just so beautiful. I love the way that it, like, you know, that it looks.
Right, and it's got a lot of texture to it, which I'm a fan of texture.
Oh, me too. And I like, I also like the seed stitch, which also has a lot of texture.
My favorite. Yeah, my favorite. I know I've shared that one a lot. I have a lot of stuff with that. That's one of my favorite ones.
If you've seen my crochet headband that I designed, it also has a lot of texture in it as well, right? So it has like front post double crochet. So, you know, a lot of texture. I love texture. I'm all about that. So.
Me too. Me too. I love it.
So that's great for me too.
Perfect. That's wonderful. I love it. So, yeah, I think everyone's like kind of on pins and needles. Are we ready for your tutorial?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, awesome. So I'm just going to sit back. It's not very often I get to sit back and relax in this.
I know, right? Okay, so I'm going to try it. Normally I do this. Okay, let me, I'm going to try to do this here. Okay. Okay, so you're just going to see, is this, oh, it's going to be, oh, okay.
Cute socks.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so I think I'm going to have to do it like this. Okay, I'm going to try to do it like this. Normally, I'm able to flip the camera and, okay. Okay, so, oh, this is very close. 1 second. You know what? I'm going to.
No worries. Yeah, it takes a little while to get this right. You saw mine when I was first doing this. Mine were awful. I was up here trying to do it in front of the camera like that. It was terrible.
Trying to, okay, so maybe if I move this back a little bit. Okay, this is going to be the best that I have right now. Okay, so can you kind of see that there?
Yes, I can see it perfectly.
Okay, so I've chained 12 already. And then what we're going to do is we're going to work into the third chain from the hook. So right here. Oh, I see what you mean. It is a little bit more difficult. Okay.
It is, yeah. You feel my pain now. It's a little challenge to do this live on camera underneath. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm trying to look through the camera while I do it. So I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to go into the third chain from the hook and pull up. I'm going to do this very slowly because I also am looking through the camera. And then normally, if you're doing a half double crochet, you would yarn over again. But what we're going to do is we have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to pull the third loop through the second loop here. Okay, it's not wanting to go. There we go. And then we're going to yarn over and pull through both loops. So there we did one. Now I'm just going to show you that again. Maybe I can, maybe I can do it like this. Oh, like that. Okay, so yarn over and we're going to go through the next. And we have 3 loops on our hook. And we're going to pull the third loop through the second. And then we yarn over and pull through. So I'm going to do that till the end. But you can kind of see how it's coming along. It's really pretty. Normally I don't go this slow, but I'm looking around the. So we go like this and pull through.
Thank you. Yeah, I believe it or not, I wake up to birds chirping every morning.
Oh.
Sorry, Kay. I had to jump in there. I have somebody mentioning that they can hear the birds in the background here. So.
Oh, yeah, the birds are lovely. I'm jealous. I'm in Canada and it's cold, so I'm all inside right now. Okay, so we go through here and then, sorry, I'm just trying to see. I realize how difficult this is now that
Yeah, no worries. It is challenging, especially when it's your first time and you've not done it before, because then you don't really know what to expect.
Because normally,
but you're doing beautifully. So yeah, just keep going.
Normally I do it on the edge of my table, and my phone, it like reorients the phone so it's not upside down. But today it's not doing that. So that's okay. Yeah, so I'm just going. I'm doing 10 because I crochet 12 and then you work into the third loop. So yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to go to the end here and then show you how to turn, and then can you still see me? Okay, sorry.
I can see you.
Okay, good.
And for those of you who can see my face and I'm over here laughing and smiling, I'm not laughing at Kay's struggles here. Trust me, because I have been in her position. I'm laughing about the chatter about how the birds are cheering you on, Kay. They're twittering for you is what the chatter is.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so I'm doing the last stitch here, and we're going through 2 and then go through the last 2. And then at the end, so this is the first row, you can see. It's looking quite cute.
Hold on, I have serious. I have really bad eyes, you guys. So,
sorry,
that is no, it's not you. It's my really old eyes. I've been wearing thick Coke bottle glasses since I was about 5.
Oh,
so
wow.
I have to kind of take and it's weird because I have to take my glasses to see up close, but I have to wear them far away. It's awful. Anyway, so I'm just peeking. It's gorgeous.
So now I'm chaining. Thank you. Now I'm chaining 2, and then we're going to turn, and then you just start working in the first stitch that we made from before. So we're going to yarn over. If I can get this through here, pull up a loop, and then the third loop goes through the second, and then through the last 2 loops there. So I'll just do one more, and then I'll show you how that goes. But yeah, see, that's sometimes things fall off. This is the problem with, doing things live. Real struggles. Okay, so I pull through, pulling this through here, and then that through there, and then you just keep going, and after every at the end of every row you chain 2, and then it's gonna build up, and there's actually, maybe I'll do one more so you can see, there's actually like a bar that, Raylan, there's a bar that kind of comes across, and it's like it adds to the texture of the stitch for sure. Okay, yeah, it's coming along, it's there, you just can't see it yet, but as you keep doing more, there's like a line that comes up. You can kind of see it there. And then that just adds to the texture of the stitch. It's really pretty. And as I said, I do use this for headbands and things like that. And it's really easy. And it's one of my favorite, I think. Yeah. So I'll do one more.
It is a beautiful stitch, and we really appreciate you taking the time to come show it to us today.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna just do this last one, and then that's what it looks like there. Yeah,
it's gorgeous. Can I ask you, Kay, do you have a tutorial for this up on your YouTube channel or somewhere on IG or something where people can go and see it full?
I don't have them on YouTube. I have them like on my Instagram in the videos. I have a series. And you could just like click on the series, Learn to Crochet. I am going to be posting my herringbone half double crochet tutorial probably within the next day or so that I wanted to do it here first and, present it and then, post that a little bit later on my page.
Well, that's awesome, and awesome job. Thank you so much for joining us. That is our live today, and I will be back next week, probably by myself, but I will be back next week, and I'm actually going to continue off where I left last week, where I had shown you how to do increases in crochet. I'm going to show you how to make decreases in crochet, but I do want to say thank you, Kay. It was very great to have you on. Somebody loves your series, I see in the comments, so they have seen it.
Thank you.
And make sure that you PM me so I can get all the links into the description. Yes. And goodbye, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Bye. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it.